Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome to our video presentation. So here we will explain you about an analysis of a drama which is very popular in the world. The drama is Los Vendidos by Luis Valdez. So before we start to present you our material, let me introduce the team of this project. The first is me, Alwi Muhammad, and there are my partner, Arum Kusumaningrum and Ginaya Arafah. So the first analysis is about the author of the drama. So the author of the drama is Luis Miguel Valdez, who was born on June 26, 1940 in Delano, California. Valdez was raised in the agricultural labor camps around California, where his parents worked in the fields. Valdez is the founder of and artistic director of El Teatro Campesino, which translates to the farm workers' theater, and he is the godfather of Chicano theater. And then the play of the drama, written in 1965, first performed at the Brown Barrett Junta in Elysian Park, East Los Angeles in 1967, explores stereotypes of Latinos in California and how they are treated by local, state, and federal governments. This drama tells about a Mexican-born secretary who works for American government, visit a shop to buy Mexican-type employee whose quality is American. After being introduced to four models, she decides to pay for one that has American quality the most. In the end, she is being scared off by those models that she runs out of the shop without taking the one she has paid. It turns out that all the models are human and the seller is the model or machine. And then the nature of the drama. This drama, entitled Los Vendidos, is the type of audience that is those who read the drama script. And the text of drama, this drama is written or typed in the form of script or text. Its standout feature is dialogue. The dialogue is the conversation of two or more people in the drama. And then the language of this drama using English and Spanish language. And then the imagery. In the story used hyperbole, personification, metaphor, and simile. And the most types of the imagery used in the story is visual imagery, which describes what we see, such like the four models of Anasanko machines with their shape, color, pattern, and size. And then the style of this drama. First of all, the diction in the story used informal diction, and the structure or the syntax. The grammatical in the story is standard grammatical, means it already uses correct grammar. And then kinds of play of this drama. Los Vendidos is a drama classical and it is tragedy because in the end of the story is a sad ending where initially a secretary wanted to buy a Mexican type for administration, but at the end of the story she didn't get what her criteria. So that's why this play of the drama is tragedy. And the next is the theme of the drama. Here, we got some theme in our analysis. The first is about social identity and stereotyping on and racism. Social identity. The secretary struggles with her own identity, and in the beginning of the play, Ana Sanko calls her using Mexican pronunciation, which is Jimenez. However, she feels offended and demands Sanko to pronounce her name with Anglo pronunciation, which is Jimenez. It means she desperately wants to be American. And then a stereotyping and racism. Stereotyping leads to racism, so that's why the theme of the drama is stereotyping and racism. For American people, Mexicans are known as uneducated and lawbreakers. The stereotypes are presented by the three models except the Mexican American type. And in the end of the story, the secretary chooses the Mexican American type because he has American quality the most. So that's why this drama have this thing. We explain the reason also.
Okay, next, types of character. The major character are Hanesanko and Secretary Jimenez. The minor character are farm worker, Johnny Pachuco, Revolucionario, and Mexican America. The protagonists are Hanesanko and Secretary Jimenez. The antagonists are farm worker, Johnny Pachuco, Revolucionario, and Mexican American. Character and characterization. The first is Hanesanko, the salesman that is actually a machine. He is very informative and helpful for both the secretary and the models. He is also very good in selling. Next, farm worker. He wears rain-tired mat shoes with wide-brimmed sombrero that made him look durable. He is friendly, hardworking, and versatile. He is economical because he only eats one plate of beans and tortillas a day. He is a migrant worker who comes to USA once a year during planting season. He cannot speak English. Next, Secretary Jimenez, a secretary from Governor Reagan's office. She is a Mexican-born woman but wants to be considered as American. She is very persistent in being American quality model. Next, Johnny Pachuco. He is streamlined, built for speed, low riding, and has features of Maxus. He is an urban model, has features from city life like survival or knife fight, dancing, bilingual or fuck you, and economical or eat anything including drugs. He is a lawbreaker, often gets arrested with resistance and he steals. He has an inferiority complex. He braces when beaten and bleeds when cut. Revolucionario. He is known as an early California bandit type and the international harvester of Mexican. He is well built, sturdy, and durable. He rides horse, stay in the mountains, cross desert, plains, rivers, lead revolutions, follows revolution, kills, can be killed, serves as a martyr hero, and is a movie star. He has volume control, economical, or runs on raw horsemen and tequila, and a lover. He was made in Mexico in 1910, not American product. And last, Mexican American or Eddie Garcia. He is a clean, seven middle class type in a business suit with glasses. He is sturdy, still, firm, streamlined, and modern. He is built Anglo model with various darker shades. Is bilingual, college educated, ambitious, intelligent, well-mannered, clean, charming, and patriotic. He functions in all kinds of board and politics. He is expensive and not economical. The structure. The first is exposition. Secretary Jimenez visits Hanesanko's shop to buy an employee for Governor Reagan's office, and she describes the specific type she wants to buy. The second, rising action. Hanesan-ko introduced and described four models with each has different feature. The secretary is not impressed and reject all three models until she is satisfied with the last introduced model, the Mexican-American type that is she decided to buy. Climax. All four models wake up after being fingers snap and advance together toward the secretary, who then back up and runs out of the shop screaming. Folding action. Hanesan-ko is frozen to his spot and the four model defeats the man near the card from the secretary. Revolution. It is revealed that the four model are human and Hanesan-ko is the machine. Conflict. Secretary Jimenez is looking for a Mexican type model American quality, which implicitly states that Mexican is stupid and not better than American. The setting. The setting of time. The play was written in 1965, therefore the setting of time is in 1965. Of place. Hanesan-ko's use Mexican law and Mexican Korea shop. And of atmosphere. In this play, the setting of atmosphere is like and humorous. Point of view. Who is telling the story? First person, the main character is telling the story. Keyword I, me, we, my, our, ours. Second person, the author or narrator is telling the story to you, the readers. Keyword you, your, and yours. Third person, the author or narrator is telling the story but it's not part of it. Can be omniscient or limited view. Keyword he, she, it, they, and them. The dramatic point of view. Dramatic point of view is a specific style of writing in which the author chooses to only share the action of a scene and not the internal talk or emotional of a character. Some people refer to this as the fly on the wall point of view, where the narrator is a fly observing the event but not commenting upon them. Because this story is written in the form of play, then the point of view is dramatic point of view. Readers only see or read the action from the character but cannot see or read the character's talk. Plot forward, rank in order. Okay, and the next will be presented by Ginaya.
Okay, next I will explain about the stage. The stage in Los Vendidos is realistic and detailed. Why? Because the machine, what Jones Sancho is described very clearly and detailed, and as if the machine is depicted like a human model. Next, the tone. The tone in the story of Los Vendidos is ironic. An ironic tone is an expression of a writer's attitude toward their subject, often conveyed using sarcasm, exaggeration, or understatement. An ironic tone calls attention to the difference between the way a subject is described and what is actually true about that subject. Next, about moral values. The moral value of Los Vendidos, it is about social injustice. First, a person's intelligence and worth are not described by their race. The second, everyone must have the same opportunity despite their origin. And the last, discriminating others is the same as discriminating ourselves. It all talks about the tolerance. The next, the symbols. The symbols in the story are, first, the farm worker robot and Johnny Pachucho, which is stereotypical symbol, represent a racist prejudice that some people believe. Number two, the Mexican or American is strangely symbolic because it shows Mexican culture and identity to be a bad thing, or at least a disappointing thing. The more Mexican, the more one can get from the robot, but if it gets too Mexican, the quality might be poor. The dilemma symbolizes a racist attitude toward Mexico and Mexican people. Number 3, the revolution. The revolution is a symbolic reference to the injustice of racism and xenophobia because they are invoking Marxist language basically. The same is a symbol for social progress and reform. Last, about costume and properties. The costume. It is a farmer's sheet. He wears rain-tight matte shoes with white brim sombrero that made him look durable. And the last property. In the Los Vendidos, the property are a hat and the glasses. This is the result of our group's drama analysis entitled Los Vendidos. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.